Welcome to another episode of Poor Man Mods, and you've seen this SCR before. We did the cold air intake on it, and today we're going to show you how to cut the balance shaft chain on the bottom of the engine, and that frees up about 10 horsepower at the wheels, and it's only going to cost you about $7. And the only reason you need that $7 is for gasket maker and
oil.
Fuck, I forgot the oil. But if you're doing the oil at the same time, like if you just go through like, hey, it's 5,000 miles, I need to change my oil. You got the oil. You need to buy a gasket maker, then you'll be able to do it.
Cool.
What if you have gasket maker laying around and you have oil laying around? It's free.
What about used oil?
Used oil is bad. No used oil.
So what are you getting into today?
Well, we already drained the oil because you have to drain the oil.
Yeah.
And I don't think I had to show you guys how to drain the oil because it's one plug. But now we're going to go down bottom and take the oil pan off. I think there's like 14 little bolts on the oil pan. Just pries off because there's RTV on it. There's no gasket because Nissan does not put a gasket on there. It's RTV. And that's why we have to buy RTV when we put it back on. You cannot buy a gasket for this car.
So what do we got here?
Alright, so once you drain the oil, you want to go ahead and loosen all of the oil pan bolts down here. It's just a 10 millimeter. And you do not want to be really rough with these when you tighten them back on, because from experience, they're extremely fragile and they break.
Well, not only that, it's aluminum block too, right?
Yeah.
So you run the risk of...
so you just want to be gentle.
You run the risk of running out your threads. It's gonna dump today.
No, it's not. But you know what? You know
it's
what?
Not even. It's not even gonna snow. It's just gonna dump.
What the hell is a nor'easter?
A northern eastern storm, Mike.
It's really called nor'easter.
Meteorologist Mike here.
So, like neither Easter?
Yep.
It's neither north or eastern. It's nothing. It's weird.
Whatever. But anyway, dude, you're gonna be pretty proud of me.
Why?
A couple of us went out to Round the Cock Diner after we got off work. I don't know why you're laughing. But we got there, and there was this really, really, really hot girl. She was the manager there.
Yeah?
And at the end of the night, I went up to her with my business card, and I said, "You are beautiful. You need to call me sometime."
No way.
Uh-huh.
Seriously? You
Yep.
grew a set of nutsack.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So what'd she do?
I gave her my card. She said, "Oh, thank you." Walked about 10 feet and threw it away.
No, seriously?
Dead serious.
Oh, what a bitch.
So, I'm going back in my shell now.
What a bitch.
I grew up hair. I did the deed. No.
And not even a day after it got turned down.
Immediately
Got turned down. Why? Why does it have to happen like that?
Because she didn't want a supplier.
Yeah?
I'm a supplier.
What does she want?
A
Pounder?
She wants a pounder.
She wants a pounder.
She doesn't want to go to market. She wants to go to Pound Town.
Yeah, we might have to do that video, or that blog.
Yep.
On rants.
Alright, so, we got the last bolt out.
Nice.
And what do you know? Pan's not coming off. Why is that? Because there's RTV on it, not a gasket.
RTV?
And you can even see it on here. On the bolts, there's RTV. Did I forget a bolt? God! Hey guys, come check out the Supra.
Supra dupra.
There's nothing in it. Except for junk now.
Hey, look at that. Looks like a 240.
Yeah, I completely stripped all the carpet out, sound deadening material. Put some primer over there where there were some rust issues.
Yeah?
Did the same thing in the trunk. Then I pulled out the drain plugs and rinsed the whole car out. And it's basically ready for bedliner now.
Is it?
Yep.
Is that what we're going to do to it?
Not today, but we are going to do to it soon.
Not
do
today.
that to it soon.
Not today.
You know, dude, we still need to watch that cassette.
Yeah, we do need to watch that VHS. I don't know anybody who has a VHS player, though.
That's what sucks.
Like, that's so outdated now.
So to get this pan off, you need a screwdriver or a gasket scraper or something, and a hammer, just to get under the pan. I'm gonna get a good angle.
That never lasts.
It usually helps if you hit the screwdriver.
Usually.
Oh, that's probably why.
VO, well.
Still recording this?
Oh, yeah. Nah.
It pinched me.
Oh, man.
Get those gloves back.
Yeah, you want these gloves?
Nah.
So once again, we'll explain what he's doing because it's taken him now 4 minutes and 10 seconds to get the pan down. He's trying to get his oil pan down to gain access to the balance shaft, which, when cut, does what?
It frees up horsepower.
Frees up like 10 or less.
About 10. Oh! Ah! Ah! Oh God!
And that's what you don't want to have happen.
Oh God.
Oh, OSHA is gonna hate you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Take two.
Take two? Oh no.
But we got it down. We're taking off the cover to the balance shaft chain. And then once this is off, I think there's a tensioner that we have to remove, and then we can cut it. Now you can cut it with a few different things. You can use bolt cutters. I have a fairly small pair of bolt cutters. We're going to give it a shot. If it doesn't work, we're going to use a angle grinder. And if that doesn't work, we're going to use a Sawzall. And if that doesn't work, we're going to think something out.
Maybe use a steak knife?
Yes. Or our teeth.
We'll try the steak knife first.
First?
First.
Before everything, or just our teeth?
Well, I mean, we'll try. I guess we could try like the angle grinder first. And if that doesn't work, we'll just use the steak knife.
Okay.
Because they're made out of titanium now.
What if this chain was made out of titanium?
Then it's time to put it all back together and call it a day.
So we got the one bolt out for the cover, and the other bolt, if you want to get over here, it like hits this beam right here, and it doesn't want to come out, so we're just gonna cut it.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the bolt.
God damn it. It's your fault, not mine, that you're not over here.
I'm getting you in the shot.
This bolt right here.
Which bolt right there?
Right here.
That bolt right there?
See how it hits that? It like won't come out anymore?
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna show who the hell is boss! And hopefully cut it.
This looks like a terrible idea. I just heard something.
You heard the bolt cut.
Cool.
Bitches! Now we gotta cut the chain. Okay, so we got the cover off, and now we're gonna try our first attempt with cutting the chain with the bolt cutters. You wanna kind of step back, make sure nothing gets in your face. Just kind of chew it. There we go! Woohoo! Cut that bitch! Yeah! 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 I'm sorry. That was over the top.
One more time?
Yeah! And now, to get this out, you can't really pull it out because it's attached to the crank. What we have to do, we have to bump the starter until it goes all the way around and plops out.
Alright, she's down.
Woo!
What'd you say?
There you go. Look at that.
There you go. Look at that.
Chain's out.
Make a damn necklace out of it.
Now, if you want to come over here and see the gear that it was on, this is the whole assembly that the chain was attached to, this gear right here.
Pardon me if you can't see anything.
And if you watch, see how I let go of this and it goes back? That's because it's unbalanced. Now what these do, these are unbalanced and they spin in the opposite direction, I believe, of the crank, but they spin at a 2-to-1 ratio, so these are spinning at twice the speed of the crank. So if you're going 6,000 RPMs, this thing's going 12,000 RPMs, and that's eating up a lot of power, and they've been known to seize up. So this isn't only just a performance upgrade, it's a safety upgrade, because there have been numerous accounts of these seizing and ruining engines. So we're good.
Are we good?
We're good. Yeah, technically. Yeah. So that's it.
Cool.
Now we just got to put everything back on, which is the oil pan.
Well, now, are you taking the tensioner down, or?
Actually, no. I'm leaving everything else in here because you can take this out, but you need another kit to like put a baffle here so your oil doesn't slosh. So that's like $100, but this is the free upgrade. You just leave it here and you cut the chain. All right, so before we put the oil pan back on, obviously you can see there's a lot of gasket residue on here. You just want to remove it. We're going to use a razor, and if need be, we're going to use a wire wheel. So you just scrape off the excess, because you want a good flat mating surface when you put the gasket on. Ugh. Alright, so since they do not make a gasket for this, we're just going to use black RTV. This is the $7 I was talking about that you're going to need. So you're just going to want to make a nice bead all the way around. Now, so we got the gasket maker on here, and now we just gotta get it on here and put it on nice and like, God. And look at that, you don't even need bolts. We're done.
We're done. All right. You want to close it? Here, close it real quick.
All right. All right, so you saw us cut the chain. We put the oil pan on. That's how you do it. Thanks for watching this episode of Pouring Mods. See you next time. Now, when you're doing this, just to make it easier on yourself so you don't get it kind of like off center, do them in kind of like opposite directions, kind of like when you tighten a tire, because it can get lopsided a little bit. So do like one in each corner or whatever, just so you get it lined up before you make a mistake. And as you can see, I don't make mistakes ever, and we got it lined up perfectly.
What is that? All that oil in the driveway.
That's not a mistake.
Look at that. Look how shiny it is on the driveway. I'll tell you what that was. You want me to tell you what that was?
What was that? Tell me. Hey, Travis, ask him to tell me what that was.
Tell him what that was.
Alright, I'm going to tell you what that was, guys.
Travis, are you going to ask him if he's really going to tell me what it was?
Are you really going to tell him what it was?
I'm fitting to tell him what this was.
You should tell him.
I'm coming up and I'm
Hey,
fitting to tell him.
Dan, make sure you tell Travis that you're going to tell me what it was.
Travis, I'm going to tell him what this was.
What was it?
I'm going to tell him, alright?
Alright, tell him what it was.
Alright, ready?
What was it?
Alright, see, check it out. You jacked up the driver's side of the car. You're sitting at...
Hold on. You're thinking logically.
You're sitting at a 5% D grade. And the drain plug is in the oil.
Wait, are you...
The drain plug is
Hold on. Are you trying to tell us what happened?
I'm trying to tell you what happened.
Alright.
I'm trying to, though.
Okay.
So, and the drain plug is in the back of the oil pan. So, all the oil sat in the front, which is where it was draining from.
Wait.
When you drop the pan.
He's a physician, that's why.
No, I'm a meteorologist. You just know these things.
Wait. I guess that's why I have a degree in psychology.
I guess.
Where to put it?
But I was trying to just help you guys out.
Just tell him what it was.
You're just being a dick.
Just tell you what was going on here. So,
Alright, so you saw us take off the oil pan, you saw us take off the cover for the chain, you saw us cut the chain, you saw us put the RTV back on the pan, saw us put the pan on. So yeah, that's basically it. Now we're just going to put the oil and filter back on. I don't really think we have to show you how to do that. So, it's a really good idea to do this when you have to change your oil, because you have to do an oil change anyway. So don't do this right after you change your oil. So it just makes sense to do it when you change your oil. So now we're going to go put this on. See you next time.